Welcome to this explainer. We're diving straight into the absolute most visceral, agonizing, and euphoric moments in all of sports. We're looking at a very specific, crazy phenomenon in football, or soccer, depending on where you're from. I'm talking about those final, fleeting seconds of a match where legends are born and, well, hearts are completely shattered.
Right, stoppage time. Let's define exactly what we're dealing with here. Technically, yeah, it's just the minutes the ref adds to the end of the match for injuries and delays. But emotionally, it is the exact window where logic just dies. It's that magical, terrifying period where players' legs feel like lead, brilliant tactical plans vanish into thin air, and pure, unadulterated human drama just takes over the pitch.
You can hear it. Just listen to the sheer, unfiltered chaos in the commentary from our sources. Phrases like, "I don't believe what I'm seeing," getting absolutely screamed into microphones as perfectly drilled defensive structures just spontaneously combust.
You hear their voices crack, the pitch just skyrockets as the tension finally snaps. Like that legendary call for Tottenham, Lucas Moura with the last kick of the game. All that desperation of 90 grueling minutes boiling down to one single frantic swing of a boot.
And just like that, in literally a fraction of a second, history gets totally rewritten. A team that was mathematically dead and buried seconds prior suddenly pulls off what commentators rightly call a Champions League miracle. The data shows us over and over again that these moments defy all standard probability.
So let's talk about that 90-plus minute mark. It is fascinating how the psychology of literally everyone in the stadium completely flips once the clock hits red. You know, a lead that felt totally secure at minute 85, suddenly it feels like trying to hold water in your bare hands.
Section 1. League title deciders, when seconds shape history. This is the absolute peak of that pressure cooker. Imagine needing a goal at the very death to win the Premier League. The source commentary catches it perfectly. City win the title. It's his 30th goal of the season. I don't believe what I'm seeing. Manchester City are the champions of England. Talk about transforming what was about to be a generational catastrophe into ultimate glory in, 10 seconds?
The crazy thing here is the massive emotional whiplash. Look at the sheer improbability of this swing. In the 89th minute, you've got thousands of fans literally in tears, staring at an empty-handed, devastating end of the season. Fast forward 6 minutes, pitch invasion, trophies being lifted. It's an entire 9-month season completely flipped in a 60-second window.
And look, this isn't just a thing of the past. Modern championship teams are literally built to survive this exact brand of chaos. Whether you've got Phil Foden finding a stoppage time winner, Leandro Trossard keeping Arsenal's title grip tight, or Bernardo Silva at full stretch sliding one under the keeper, the data is clear. To be a champion today, your squad absolutely must be able to execute flawlessly when their lungs are burning.
Moving on to Section 2. The Miracle European Comebacks.
So now we scale up from a single dramatic goal to collective, team-wide miracles. Champions League nights where teams somehow need 3 or 4 goals at the very end. Look at the chronology of Barcelona against PSG. 88th minute, Neymar hits a wonder free kick. 91st minute, penalty, Neymar again. Then, 95th minute, that final ball drops into the box, and you just hear the commentator screaming, "In the net, in the net, in the net." 3 impossible moments stacked up against all mathematical logic.
The commentary here nailed it perfectly. It was mission impossible, but it wasn't impossible, not for them. They pulled off one of the greatest wins in European history. These teams somehow rise from their own ruins. It totally defies analytics, it defies tactics, it's just pure, raw willpower.
And crazily enough, this actually builds into a repeatable blueprint for teams like Real Madrid. Just look at them against Man City. Absorb the pressure, wait for that tiny half yard of space, and boom, Rodrigo equalizes. Then, before City can even process the shock, Rodrigo scores again. It completely weaponizes the opponent's panic. Finally, Benzema steps up and buries the knockout penalty. It's a structured, almost arrogant, step-by-step collapse of the opposition, driven by sheer momentum.
Which brings us to Section 3. Agony and absolute ecstasy. Because we have to look at the other side of the coin here. The absolute cruelty of stoppage time is that for every single miracle, there is an equal and opposite tragedy. In the exact same split second, you've got Chelsea fans covering their eyes in horror and Ajax players physically collapsing to the turf, while Liverpool fans are in pure ecstasy and Spurs achieve unbelievable glory. That euphoria, it strictly requires someone else's soul-crushing despair.
The second that final whistle blows, the universe splits in two. One team's trouble dream is saved, absolute bedlam in their end of the stadium. And the other? They're staring down a long, brutal summer of what-ifs. You literally see the losing players unable to even stand up under the sheer physical weight of what just happened.
And you know what makes it even more compelling? Who actually delivers that final blow? The standard script gets completely tossed out. Suddenly it's Harry Maguire taking the lead at Old Trafford, or a 16-year-old kid writing chapter 1 of their career. It's subs scoring with their literal first touch of the ball, or even goalkeepers sprinting out of their box to cause absolute chaos. When the clock hits red, literally anyone can become the ultimate hero.
So I want to leave you with this thought. We've seen how these stoppage time miracles are built just as much on shattered dreams as they are on pure triumph. If these final minutes bring us as much heartbreak as they do joy, why do we keep subjecting ourselves to the absolute agony of the 90th minute? Maybe, just maybe, this beautiful, terrifying chaos is the exact reason we fell in love with the game in the first place. All right, thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.